Division I ice hockey semifinal game between the Bears of Hanover and the Cardinals of Bishop Gorton. Let's meet tonight's team first. For the Bears of Hanover, the non-starters, number 1, William McConnell. Number 4, Becklin Donovan. Number 6, Tim Black. Number 7, Ben Carr. Number 8, Johnny Rosie. Number 11, Jack Richardson. Number 15, Ryan Carroll. Number 16, Andy Jang. Number 17, Sarah Sanders. Number 18, Isaac Martin. Number 19, Andy Bang. Number 20, Casey Griffin. Number 21, Michael Anderson. And now your starters. On right defense, number 5, Colin Hall. On left defense, number 12, Rex Cheney. At right wing, number 23, Sid McCoskey. At left wing, number 9, Jake Watcher. At center, number 10, Warren Pajelski. And goal, number 35, Georgia Grant. Here's the first Mr. Bulldogs, Paul Chamberlain and Dean Passion. And now to the Cardinals of Bishop Gorton. The non-starters, number 2, Zach Foyer. Number 4, Anthony Gorbenski. Number 6, Hugh Rock. Number 7, Zach Chandonnet. Number 8, Tom Trapani. Number 9, Cam Auger. Number 10, Aiden Fowler. Number 11, Jason Schultz. Number 12, Carter Santoro. Number 18, Owen Murphy. Number 19, Will McBurney. Number 20, Tyler Tisak. Number 23, Jack Minichi. Number 29, Brody Fallon. And now for your starters for the Cardinals. At right defense, number 22, Gavin Santos. At left defense, number 5, Luca Ferrari. At right wing, number 15, Jack Stone. At left wing, number 3, Ken Ryan. At center, number 16, Jordan Martinez. And in goal, number 1, Nico Stefanowski. Bishop Gorton is coached by Mr. Gary Bishop, Mark Antone, and Dan Conley.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Manchester's JFK Coliseum as we get set for tonight's semifinal matchup between the Bishop Gorton Cardinals and the Hanover Marauders. Bishop Gorton, the 3rd seed in the NHIAA Division I standings, and Hanover is number 10. But Dick Dodds is looking for an upset here tonight at the JFK Coliseum. These two teams met once during the regular season, and that was on January 10th at Campion Rink, and Hanover came out on top by a score of 6-4. Off the face-off, controlled by the Marauders, as the puck is in the neutral zone. Brzelski over the line, left wing side, has it poked away, regains possession, plays it right wing circle shot, a save by Scaparrotti. Off the stick that time of number 23, Sid Makovsky. Now Brzelski in front as the Marauders buzzing around the Cardinal cage. Now Bishop Girton back the other way, quick shot, knocked down off the stick of number 10, Aiden Fallon. Now the Marauders with it in the neutral zone. Rochford plays at center ice. Cardinals send it right back in. Glove save there by Jorgen Drent, the outstanding senior goaltender for the Marauders of Hanover. Now giving chase for the puck for Bishop Girton is Ferrari. Now taken away by Sanders of the Marauders. Just underway here in the semifinal matchup. The winner to take on Concord Saturday. Quick shot goes behind the net. And it's Luke's puck out in front. But the Girton Cardinals could not pounce on it. Back out it goes to Manici, and a save made by Drent. Turnaround shot goes into the right wing corner, wrapped around the wall on the near side by the Marauders. Giving chase in his own end is DeBrucci for Bishop Girton. The Cardinals under their legendary head coach, Gary Bishop. Two New Hampshire legends of hockey coaching these teams. Play underway in the neutral zone. Rochford over the line, broken up as he carried into the zone. Puck loose at center ice. Girton on a drive, and Drent got a piece of that shot off the stick of Jack Stone. And we get a stoppage here with 12:48 remaining.
Ken Kale, another legend of hockey, doing the great play-by-play. Braden Lebelzik and Kyle Levy as well here on the broadcast. And we were able to see this Marauder team take down the Trinity Pioneers on Saturday. Braden, obviously you're kind of sad about that being a Trinity grad, but obviously this is a very important semifinal game here.
Yeah, this is a very good Marauder team here, Kyle. I think that's gotten hot at the right time.
Ken, back to you on this.
Marauders in the neutral zone. Brzelski broken up on the far side. Puck loose at center ice. Poked into the left wing corner by the Cardinals of Bishop Girton. Now swung around far side for Rochford. Rochford with it. Rochford gains the red line, sends it in behind the net. Being tracked down on the near side by Ferrari. Kept alive by the Marauders. A big hit down there on the near side boards. Now puck cleared into the neutral zone. Now Donegan sends it off the left wing wall for Hanover. Over the line or right side comes Bishop Girton. Quick shot save made by Drent. Puck behind the net, taken by Cheney. Now puck all the way down the length of the ice. Played by Scaparrotti behind the net. Now going back to track it down is Makovsky. Puck in the neutral zone. Now in his own end, puck played ahead off the stick of Makovsky. In this scoreless game, played about 3.5 minutes of the opening period. Offside whistled against Girton at the Marauders line.
Nice break and play here, Ken. Obviously the Concord Crimson Tide, they scored just, 44 seconds into that first game. So to have a game start off scoreless here is kind of a nice change of pace here.
Yeah, exactly. 46 seconds into that opening period, Tyler Morin scored the first of his 3 goals for Concord in the opener here on this Wednesday, the opening semifinal matchup. So Concord, the defending champ, going back to the championship game, and a hit down there by Santoro of Bishop Girton. Tracking it down for the Cardinals is Auger, Cam Auger. Sends it into the neutral zone, taken there by Hall of Hanover. Hall with it. Dishes off neutral zone for Richardson. Swept in by Sanders, goes behind the net where it's taken by Santoro of Bishop Girton. Now over the line, Trepanier. Broken up in the right wing circle. Puck cleared the length of the ice, and that's going to be icing against the Marauders. And the faceoff will come back in the Hanover zone.
Great amount of fans that have come up here from Nashua and the Upper Valley to see Braden there. Obviously a little bit more Hanover fans on Saturday being a weekend. I know the girls hockey team weren't able to make it. That's who all the officials were. The girls hockey team dressed up as hockey refs, Ken, on Saturday's game.
That was very impressive. Now planned away along the left wing wall and the Marauders' end of the ice. The shot and a save made by Drent. Jorgen Drent with a terrific career between the pipes for the Hanover Marauders. Now on the far side, battling for the puck is Griffin. Kept alive by the Cardinals. With it is Ferrari, who dished off behind the net. Now on it for Hanover. Richardson plays it into the neutral zone in this scoreless game. Now with it over the line, Sanders. Sanders' shot was blocked in the right wing circle. Sanders gets it back, but stolen away by the Cardinals. Moving in, Santos for a shot and a save by Jorgen Drent. As Gavin Santos broke in, had a step on the pack, and Drent came up with a stop.
Braden being a goalie, that's got to be a tough situation. What did you think was going through JoJo's head there?
Oh, I just think you got to keep the puck out of the net here. That was a huge save at this point of the game. The Hanover fans are loving it, Kyle.
Jorgen, or JoJo Drent as he's called.
Jorgen's kind of fun to say, I will say, Ken, because it's not certainly a name that is familiar, but JoJo works just as well.
Trepanier on the draw for Bishop Girton. In the Hanover end of the ice in this scoreless game. On it is Anderson, sends it around the wall. On the far side. Now over the line, left wing side, Porjelski has it. Slowed down along the end wall. Porjelski battling along the right wing wall, able to keep it alive, but now cleared to the neutral zone by the Cardinals, thrown right back in by Rudd behind the Bishop Girton cage. Scoreless game. Played a little over 6 minutes of this first period. Puck is sent all the way down the length of the ice, and that will be icing against the Cardinals, and we'll face it off in the Bishop Girton zone.
Braden, looks like Bishop Girton is kind of going for the home run pass here. There's 2 attempts in a row to try to get something going here. Look out for what the Cardinals might be trying to do on offense.
Yeah, that's what it seems like, Kyle. The little flip pass right over the heads of everybody in the neutral zone.
Face off in the right wing circle. Now battling for the puck is Donegan. Taken away by Gavin Santos, who chips it into the neutral zone off the skate of his teammate McBorney. Now collecting for Hanover is Hall behind his own net. Drops it off in the corner. Puck wrapped around the wall on the near side. Kept in at the line by Girton's Ferrari, wearing number 5. Puck in the neutral zone. Gaining the line, McNaughton. And deflected out of play.
And a lot of fans from Bishop Girton. Look at wearing the different jerseys here, and they're loud and rambunctious up there for sure.
That they are. I think they kind of outnumber the Hanover side, but they're making a lot of noise in the Marauders cheering section just the same.
The 40-mile difference certainly helps quite a bit. But,
yeah.
You know, the Hanover faithful are enjoying the coverage from us, NFHS Network, and everything that we can do for the semifinals.
And JoJo Drent making the save at the near side post off the stick of O'Hearn. Now at the line on it, Manici send it behind the net. Manici playing the left point, his shot and a score. And Bishop Girton has taken a 1-0 lead on the goal by Manici, coming at the 7:23 mark.
Unbelievable. Just get a screen in front of the goalie. Braden, those are the worst to give up because you just don't expect it to go over your shoulder like that.
Yeah, Minucci, the sophomore defenseman out of Pepperell, Mass, just puts one right over Drent's shoulder. I don't even think he saw it, Kyle.
1-0. Girton in the early lead on that goal by the sophomore, Manici. Land away in the neutral zone, right down below us, as they battle for the puck. Quick shot goes wide off the stick of Fogg. Taken behind the net by the Cardinals. On it is Ferrari. Swings it around the near side. Now giving chase for Hanover is Anderson. Now tracked down by Cheney. Sends it far side. Puck coming all the way down the length of the ice. Icing the call against the Marauders, and will face it off in the Hanover zone.
Well, one thing that we've known about Hanover in these playoffs, Ken, is that they do not fear a deficit. They have come back in a couple of games here, winning in double overtime versus Londonderry, and then a surprise third period when they were down over Trinity. So 1-0, no big deal. They'll figure things out.
Face off right circle to the left of Jorgen Drent. In that right wing circle. 1-0. Girton on top in this one. With the right to meet Concord on Saturday for the Division I championship. Brzelski taking the draw for the Marauders. Sending it behind the net, controlled by the Cardinals. Deflected into the corner. Cardinals trying to keep it alive, and the Marauders end of the ice. Shot from the right point, knocked down in the right wing circle. Both teams extremely well coached by their veteran mentors. Dick Dodds of Hanover, Gary Bishop for Bishop Girton. Playing away. Pass stolen away, but kept in by the Cardinals. Puck in front, cleared away by Hall. Now Hall chips it along the wall. Chipped into the neutral zone by Makovsky. Now stolen away by the Marauders. Oh, just off the stick in front of Donegan. Girton controls over the line, but offside called against the Cardinals, and here we go. And the officials quickly step in as we had a flare up there involving Cheney of Hanover, and I believe it was McNaughton of, Owen Murphy involved from Bishop Girton.
Yeah, Kevin Cunningham, Nate Rumford, and Crystal Parent going to be busy here with making sure that people play right here in this semifinal game.
Those are the officials assigned here this evening. Now behind the net, it's Santos. Gavin Santos in the neutral zone, sends it right wing side. And giving chase, Cheney in the corner. Battling in the right wing corner for possession of the puck. Girton able to keep it alive in the Hanover end of the ice in this 1-0 game. Girton on top. Girton went to the finals last year. Now ahead it comes. Over the line, Donegan moving in. Donegan taken off the play by Ferrari. On it now is Ferrari, sends it ahead. Donegan giving chase in his own zone. Now tracking it down is Andy Feng. Pass deflected on the forecheck by Bishop Girton. Puck goes into the neutral zone, sent right back into the Hanover end of the ice. On it there is Hall. Kept in by the efforts of Cam Valancourt of Bishop Girton. Now puck taken by the Cardinals at center ice just over the red line. Drent stops it with the glove and holds on and forces a face-off in the Hanover end of the ice.
Bishop Girton putting a lot of pressure in the defensive zone here for Hanover, that really causing some frustration for the Marauders.
Face off right circle. Off the draw, controlled at the line by Santoro. Plays it off the right wing wall. Now in the corner. Puck comes behind the net, out in front. The Marauders skated out of harm's way, but kept alive at the line by the Cardinals. Poked around the wall by Feng. Kept it at the line by Santoro of Bishop Girton. Santoro with it, right point, slides it across. Right point shot deflected wide off the stick of Manici, who scored the only goal so far in this game. Now in front, pad save made there by Drent of the Marauders as they battle for the puck in the left wing corner now along the left wing wall. Play underway in the Hanover end of the ice. Shot from the top of the right wing circle, deflected wide. That went off the stick of Manici. Now Hanover trying to get the puck out of their own end, and they do, but this will be called icing against the Marauders. Just to relieve the pressure a little bit from JoJo Drent between the pipes, as the Girton Cardinals have been forcing much of this action in the opening period. They lead it 1-0.
Braden, that's a lot of time on the ice there for Hanover. What do you think that icing was important for?
I think that's just important, like kind of how Ken said, where Drent was definitely gassed in that possession. They had to get the puck out of the zone. They had to ice it there, unfortunately.
Face off won by the Cardinals. Quick shot, glove save by Drent. Off the stick of Ferrari.
Ken Drent, also a shortstop on the baseball team. He looks like he's going to be in good form coming up in just a few weeks when the baseball season begins.
Looks that way. Face off again, left wing circle. Again, the draw won by Girton. Tipped off the glove of Drent. Kept alive by the Cardinals. Wrapped around the wall on the near side. Puck loose along the wall, taken by Hanover in the neutral zone. Projelski with it. Projelski slowed down as he tried to cross the line. Hanover collects at center ice. Quick shot, save made, loose puck. Projelski tried to poke it home, but couldn't quite get the shot off. Kept in at the line. Now puck comes into the Hanover end of the ice, cleared immediately to the neutral zone. Over the line comes Girton with a 1-0 lead behind the net, battling for it for Girton Trepanier. Now left point on it, Ferrari. Battling for Hanover, number 21, Michael Anderson. Now play underway along the left wing wall. Tracked down by Ferrari. Now stolen away by Chaney. Giving chase for Girton is Tisak. He goes down. Hanover spending a lot of time in their own end here in the opening period, kept alive by the forecheck of the Cardinals with under 2 minutes to go. Now the puck comes down the length of the ice. No icing here. Wrapped around the wall by Ferrari in the Bishop Girton end of the ice. Cardinals on top of the Marauders 1-0. Puck in the neutral zone. Battling for far side is Carroll for the Marauders. Now on it, Donegan sends it into the Cardinals end of the ice, but on it there for Bishop Girton is Schultz. Center ice. Richardson has it. Richardson tied up in the neutral zone, drops it off for McNaughton. McNaughton plays it along the end wall. Hanover trying to keep it alive, but offside whistled against the Marauders at the Bishop Girton line. In this 1-0 game, the only goal coming from the left point by Jack Manici at 7:23 of this opening period. Right now, just under a minute remaining in the opening 15. Krzelski on the draw. He wins the draw for Hanover, but stolen away by the Cardinals. Good battle for Tim Rudd. Pass out in front. Now on it is Makovsky. Couldn't get it out of the zone. Now puck loose, steered away by Drent with the stick. Girton could not keep it in at the line. Going back to track it down is Santos. Puck on the far side. Taken there by Stone. Stone slowed down by the efforts of Jack Richardson. Now puck loose in the corner. Played ahead by Rudd. Goes all the way down the length of the ice, icing the call against the Marauders. And with 15.2 seconds remaining, we'll have a face-off in the Hanover zone.
Dick Dodds can going for win number 635 in today's game. And boy, it's been a long, historious career here. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of talk here about how to change things in this intermission.
Play underway. Puck thrown out in front. Loose puck, side of the net. Cleared away, but not out of the zone. Girton continues to apply the pressure. Shot from the slot. Saved by Grant as time expires. And that's the way the first period has come to an end, with the Bishop Girton Cardinals leading the Hanover Marauders by a score of 1-0 on a goal from the left point just inside the line by Jack Manici of the Cardinals at 7:23 of period number 1.
Braden, what do you think here? Is BG just playing a little bit more offensively that they could get tired out, or you just think that Hanover is going to make some necessary changes?
I just think that BG has capitalized on their chances more than Hanover has. I mean, Hanover had a wide open net over here. Unfortunately, just got blocked in front. I mean, I think once Hanover starts getting going and starts capitalizing on those opportunities, things will get going for them.
Well, Ken, Braden, we'll take a break here from the JFK Memorial Coliseum and the Division I semifinal matchup. Back with more after this.
Welcome back to the JFK Coliseum in Manchester as we get set for second period action. Bishop Girton, the Cardinals of Nashua, leading the Hanover Marauders 1-0 after one period of play. On that goal at 7:23 from the point by Jack Manici. Now second period just underway as they battle for it in the Girton end of the ice. Off to our left, and the puck chipped into the neutral zone. No, it didn't make it that far. It's swatted down at the line by Hall. Hanover needs a lot more time in the Girton zone than they had in that opening period of play.
Yeah, Ken, they're outshot 15-4 in that first 15 minutes.
Long drive goes wide of Drent. Play underway now in the Hanover end of the ice. On it is Chaney. Played into the neutral zone. With it over the line, Griffin. Right side shot. Went wide by Sanders. Shot from the point, knocked down in the bottom of the right wing circle. Girton now in the neutral zone. Puck taken by Stone, right wing side. Tied up along the wall there by Richardson. Now Santos on it, stolen away. Collected by Girton. Laid off the near side wall, swept in the Hanover end. Now Hanover has it taken away behind the net by O'Hearn of Girton. Girton able to keep it alive. Now puck goes into the neutral zone, sent right back in behind the cage. Cracking it down is Richardson for the Marauders, who trail it 1-0. Trying to get away from the forecheck, can't do it. Puck thrown out in front, quick shot saved by Drent. Another shot and a score. On the rebound, Donegan bangs it home to make it 2-0 Girton. Declan Donegan, the sophomore, picking up the goal at 1:53.
Ken Robinson's going to want that play back altogether. Kind of lost the puck in his skates. And Braden, you can talk about how hard it is as a goalie to make save after save.
Yeah, it's definitely tough to kick a rebound right in front of the slot, and BG's there just to bang it home.
That was DeBrucci, I beg your pardon. I called it Donegan. Donegan plays for Hanover. That was wishful thinking. It was DeBrucci who scored the goal. Now Anthony DeBrucci, a freshman. So my mistake. 2-0. Bishop Girton on top.
Looks like the fans are all okay up there. I know that they were not expecting a puck to come out up there so fast, and now the fan doesn't know what to do with the puck. He wants to give it back, but no one's paying attention to him. I was in that same boat in the first game, Ken.
Face-off left wing circle to the right of Drent. Quick shot off the face-off save by Drent. That one off the stick of Valancourt. Another draw in the Hanover end. Off the face-off. Puck in the neutral zone. Taken by Santos. Plays it off the near side wall. Swept in by Stone. Around the boards it goes. Now in the neutral zone, on it over the line, Rochford plays it into the corner. Brzelski battling behind the net for Hanover, but Girton comes away with it. In the neutral zone, with it is O'Hearn moving in. Couldn't get the shot off, in front. Shot goes wide off the stick of Stone. Now Stone with it in the slot, fanned on it the first time, tries to get it back. Puck loose in front, still loose, finally skated out of harm's way and played all the way down the length of the ice by Hanover and tracked down there by Valancourt. And he sends it the length of the ice, icing against Girton, and will face it off in the Cardinal zone. 11:48 left in the second period.
Now the referees are discussing, as it seemed like that was deflected or something, and maybe this will not be an icing.
Now let's see. It appears that
looks like it. All right.
Icing will be the call, so the face-off in the Girton zone.
Crystal Parent out there explaining things. So it's a big face-off for Hanover, Ken.
Face-off in the right wing circle to the left of the goaltender, Nico Scaparrotti, the sophomore. Puck loose in the circle. Hanover has it. With it is Rudd, shot in front, and being covered up just outside the blue paint by Scaparrotti.
And the thing about the the Marauders, sorry Hanover faithful, they know this ice rink so well after the past week and a half that they will know how to make these bounces and win another faceoff.
Quick shot, save up high as Rourke, Rudd let it go. Rudd let it go just outside the right wing circle, and a standing save there by Scaparrotti on the shot by junior Tim Rudd. Now puck sent around the wall on the near side. Kept in momentarily by the Marauders. Now giving chase is DeBrucci, throws it out in front. Puck is loose. Back out to the line it goes, off the stick of Auger, and a save made by Drent. 2-0. Girton on top in this one. Semifinal matchup, and the winner will take on Concord.
It's a lot of trips down 89 if Hanover is able to make it and cut this deficit down.
Shot in off the faceoff, and Drent had to turn that one aside. Now moving over the line as Feng played behind the net, giving chase for Girton as Santos. Kept alive, quick shot, and a save made by Scaparrotti on the shot from Rochford from the right wing circle. Scaparrotti making the stop.
Braden, he needed some drink after that. That was a big save.
Yeah, Scaparotti's made a few big saves in the second period, Kyle.
Hanover getting some better chances here in the second period than they were in the first, and a little bit more zone time. Icing will be the call against Girton. We'll face it off again in the Cardinals' end of the ice. Brzelski out there, along with Makovsky. And Rochford up front. Brzelski taking the draw. Good face-off man. He did not win that one, however. Puck was kept in momentarily, but a 2-on-1 break. And broken up on a nice defensive play by Makovsky, getting back there on the back check for Hanover. Long drive goes wide of Drent. Kept in on the far side by Ferrari as they battle in the corner for possession of the puck. And going down behind the net was Brzelski. Cardinals battling to keep it alive, but Brzelski comes away with it, but can't clear. Kept in by Ferrari. Ferrari moves in on the backhand, throws it in the slot, knocked away. Recovered by Girton, back out to the line it goes. Pass right wing side, and goes to Trepanier. And we get a whistle, and we're going to get a high stick called here.
First penalty of the game, and it goes on the captain.
So Brzelski going off for a high stick at 5:11 of period number 2. First power play for Girton, as Kyle pointed out, first penalty of the game on Brzelski. Girton on the power play. Puck cleared the length of the ice. Now giving chase on the far side is Sanders, but Girton comes away with it. Over the line, right side, it's Trepanier. Slowed down there by Chaney. Back out it goes to the line. Quick shot turned away by Drent off the stick of Santos. Santos gets it back, center point. Dishes off right side, saved by Drent. Still loose and now cleared. And putting the finishing touches on that clear was Casey Griffin. Minute 13 remaining now. Breaking in over the line. Murphy, but offside whistled.
Wow. Huge chance right there, and the officials were on it. I will give them credit on that, but that would have been a heck of a great chance there for the Cardinals to make this a 3-0 lead.
For a moment, it looked like Murphy was going to break in all alone, but offside whistled. Play underway off the faceoff. Taken in the neutral zone by Rudd, sends it back into the Girton end of the ice. On it there is O'Hearn. O'Hearn in the neutral zone on the power play. Takes it right side, takes it behind the net. Throws it up top. Now Manici sends it behind the net. Puck is loose. On the far side on it is O'Hearn. Back to the line it goes. O'Hearn, shot from the left wing circle, goes wide. Kept in by Manici. Now O'Hearn on it. Back to Manici. Manici sends it far side. Shot! Directed wide. Now, Hanover cannot clear. More zone time here on the power play for BG. Time winding down now, just 8 seconds remaining on the Bishop Girton power play before Brzelski comes out of the box for Hanover. So, no damage done on the power play, 2-0. And icing will be called here on the Marauders.
Ken, with your days as the Manchester Monarchs voice, do you miss saying the PSNH or the Eversource power play?
I do.
What else did you have?
Unitil? That was a staple, sure. And anytime the Monarchs scored 4 or more goals in a game, free fries from McDonald's.
I do miss that. I mean, you would have had free fries with that Concord victory today for sure. But So
Ken, what do you say now? The Pizza Man power play, right?
I do, yeah, for the New Hampshire Mountain Kings of the North American Hockey League. They play at Delta Dental Arena in Hooksett. Some great hockey there. Now on it for the Cardinals is Santos. Plays it into the neutral zone. Here comes Trepanier. Saved by Drent. Great stop there by JoJo Drent. As Trepanier went in all alone. Land away. Taken by Santos. Behind his own net. Little over 7 minutes to play here in period number 2. On it now in the neutral zone is DeBrucci, who scored the second goal. Now DeBrucci giving chase, plays it off the near side wall. Shot and a save made chest high off the stick of Santos by Drent, who has been very busy tonight.
Braden, what do you think here? Does Hanover got to get a little bit more physical here? It seems like it's been all BG who is setting the tone.
I think that for the second half of this period, Kyle, they really just need to get the puck out of their zone. It feels like that the puck has been in their defensive zone the whole period.
Now with it, Rochford takes it right wing side. Rochford moving in. Throws it around behind the net, taken by Makovsky. Now cleared. Drent has to play the puck and hand it off to Anderson. Now puck sent ahead. Brzelski making a bid for it. We have a tie up in the neutral zone. Quick shot goes over the net. Taken by Rochford as he moved in. Battle in the corner won by Girton as they have the puck now behind the net in the Hanover end of the ice. Played into the neutral zone. Giving chase now is Stone. His shot saved by Drent. Oh my goodness. Drent putting on a clinic. Off the stick of Santoro. Throws it out in front now. Shot. And the save made in traffic. Off the stick of Manici. And now a little rough stuff going on in front of Drent in the Hanover cage.
Braden, this kind of feels like the JoJo superhero type move where his team's down and he's going to start making some miraculous saves. There's 2 shots right there that should have gone past him. Look out for the next 5 minutes of this period to see what Hanover can do.
Bang on it, thrown out in front, another save by Drent. This time off the stick of Schultz. Now in the neutral zone, McNaughton. McNaughton gains the line, throws it in the circle, stolen away by Santos. The speedy Santos takes it behind the Hanover cage. His pass broken up. Broken up there by McNaughton. Now here comes McNaughton trying to feed Donegan in front, but broken up by the Cardinals. Now puck loose along the end wall, off to our left in the Girton zone. Hanover looking to get on the board here in the second period. Shot through a screen, save made by Scaparrotti. That one off the stick of Chaney. And now, now we have some Donegan. Donegan is involved there with a member of the Cardinals. I believe that was Ferrari I should say. And Donegan briefly getting into it after the puck was tied up. Now Brzelski is out there up front with Anderson and Rochford. Brzelski wins the draw. Now it's stolen away. Now ahead of the pack, moving in, saved by Drent off the stick of Owen Murphy. Wow. JoJo Drent has come up big here in period number 2. Keeping Hanover in this one. It's 2-0. 4:18 to go in the middle period here at JFK Coliseum. Now battling for the puck, Hanover. They have it in their own end. On the near side with it. Playing it into the Girton zone is Rudd. Projelski battling behind the net. Damn, we're going to get a tripping call coming up here on the Cardinals, and the Marauders will be going on the power play with 3:56 remaining. In period number 2, trailing 2-0, tripping the call on Manici, who scored the first goal of this one for Bishop Girton. So the power play for Hanover. The Marauders trying to cut into this 2-0 lead here at the JFK Coliseum and extend their season. Now Drent stops it behind the net. Leaves it there for Hall. Hall starts out of his own end, sends it far side. Knocked away by the forecheck. O'Hearn. Now the Marauders get it back, trailing 2-0. Looking for a good power play here, but the puck taken by Hall. Slides it across to Santos, and he clears it the length of the ice. On it is Hall. It went off the skate of Fogg. Played right back into the Hanover zone. So far, not an effective power play for Hanover.
I feel like Cardinals have touched the puck just as much as the Marauders have.
Now Hall's drive and a save made by Scaparrotti. With 3:01 remaining in the period, 1:06 remaining on the tripping penalty to Jack Manici. Taking the draw for the Marauders will be Griffin. Face-off win for Griffin. Back to the line it goes. Projelski plays it into the circle. Now cross-ice pass. Cheney moving in. He's leveled in the face-off circle. Now Projelski is taken down in the neutral zone. And no call there. Now over the line, Rochford. Rochford takes it behind the net. Rochford turnaround shot. And a save made by Scaparrotti. And the puck now cleared. Murphy giving chase for Bishop Girton. Projelski up with it. Projelski in the neutral zone. Projelski gains the line. Just 11 seconds now remaining on the man advantage for the Marauders, trailing here 2-0 to the Bishop Girton Cardinals.
Braden, what was the whistle there?
I believe that Pajemski sent it out of play. I think he was trying to rim it behind the net, and I think he sent it out of play by accident.
Now Makovsky will take the face-off. Play underway behind the net. Battling in the corner, it's Richardson. And the shot comes in and covered up by Scaparrotti. Just 2 seconds remaining on the power play for Hanover. And before Jack Manici escapes the penalty box for Bishop Girton.
Hanover got to be worrisome on this face-off.
Off the draw. Penalty now has expired. On the ice comes Stone. Now quick shot blocked. Kept alive at the line by Ferrari. Now with it over the line, Richardson broken up. Loose puck in front and cleared away. Kept alive by Hall at the line, but taken away by the Cardinals. Over the line, Valancourt moving in. Valancourt throws it in front, knocked away by Richardson. And the puck cleared by Hanover, icing against the Marauders. So we'll face it off in the Hanover zone. 1:22 to go here. 2-0 in the second period. Bishop Girton, a finalist last year against Concord in the championship game. The historic game that went into 4 overtimes before Concord finally prevailed in that one. Quick shot off the draw and another save by Drent. I'll be interested to hear the shot or saves total in this period.
Yeah, obviously Hanover's had a few more opportunities, but overall it just seems like it's a lot of Cardinal action.
Now on it, Girton in their own zone, knocked down at center ice by Carroll, played back in off the kick plate, taken by the speedy Santos, kept alive by Hanover, but now on the puck is Trepanier, feeds it in front, and nice defensive play there made by Chaney. Puck thrown out in front, now loose in front, still loose. Girton battling for it, kept in at the line by Ferrari. Now the Marauders on it, backhanded in behind the net. Taken by Santos, and spun around was Santos that time, much to the delight of the Hanover crowd. Quick shot by Perjelski, and Scaparrotti got a piece of that one. Now Perjelski again, score! Ronan Perjelski with 6.4 seconds remaining in the second period has made it a 2-1 game, as the Marauders have cut the margin in half on that shot from the dot by their sniper Perjelski.
Ronan able to beat the buzzer in some ways, Ken, to cut the deficit. We're going to have a heck of a third period here from the JFK.
That is for sure. Just 6.4 seconds remain in the second period, and the Marauders right back in it on that goal by Perjelski as time expires, and things are getting a little chippy out there. Things are getting chippy. Tension's running high here in this semifinal matchup between the Cardinals, the 3rd seed from Bishop Girton, and the 10th seeded Hanover Marauders from the Upper Valley. And boy, Kyle, as you said, what a third period this is going to be.
Braden, you obviously have been on this ice. You know about momentum. Talk about what this third period might bring. Hanover cutting the deficit, but BG still with the lead.
Yeah, Pajemski with a great shot there to beat Scaparrotti under his glove. I think that was a huge momentum shifter right there, Kyle. I think Hanover's got the momentum going back into the locker room, and it's do or die for both these teams, and I think we're in for a great third period.
Well, for Ken Kale, Braden Lebelzik, I'm Kyle Levy. We'll be taking a break, let the Zamboni clean the ice, and be back here for what will be a amazing third period.
Hang on to your hats, folks. We are getting set for third period action of this state semifinal game between the Hanover Marauders and the Bishop Girton Cardinals. 2-1 BG as we start period number 3 in Manchester. Offside called against the Marauders at the Girton line to get started here, just 5 seconds into period number 3.
A little anticlimactic as whistle 5 seconds in.
Ronan Perjelski getting Hanover on the board very late in that second period. This third period is going to be a barn burner. So stay with us. A hand pass now called. Trip to the championship game Saturday on the line in this one.
Braden, you know this rink very well. It seems like it's a little bit warmer than usual here. Could this affect the movement of the puck here?
Yeah, I would say so, Kyle. I mean, obviously the ice just got done, so there's going to be some puddles on the ice, so the puck may not move as well as it should.
Perjelski kicked out of the faceoff circle. Rochford will take it for the Marauders. Girton wins the draw. Backhander knocked down. Perjelski has it. Back the other way for the Marauders. Perjelski over the line. Now taken behind the net by Ferrari. Puck loose at center ice. Shot and a save by Drent. Off the stick of Jack Stone. Things were getting a little chippy there in the latter stages of the second period, and we should probably look for more of that here in the third. I would not be surprised.
Only 2 penalties called here in the game, so wondering if the referees will keep their whistles quiet or if they'll start picking things up here in the third.
I think they'll call it only if they absolutely have to. Here's a shot. No.
Offside.
Yeah.
Holy Moses right there.
As DeBrucci lined up. Kind of a late call.
And there was 3 of them.
Yeah. Off the draw, puck in the Hanover end of the ice. On it is Donegan. Swings it around far side. Puck comes all the way down and has to be played by the goaltender, Scaparrotti. In goal tonight for the BG Cardinals. Puck chipped back into the Girton end of the ice. Played ahead, knocked down by Rudd. Now battling for the puck is Griffin. Girton with it in their own end. Center ice. Played ahead by Manici and icing the call. So we'll face it off in the Cardinals end of the ice.
Just did not make the red line right there, and that's exactly why the faceoff will come down here in the Bishop Girton zone.
Face off in the right circle. Off the draw. Wrapped around behind the net by the Cardinals. Played into the neutral zone. Over the line came Valancourt. He was broken up quickly, but quick shot. Backhander in by Valancourt. And a save by Drent. As Valancourt snuck in there now. Battle along the boards right in front of the Hanover bench down below. Puck on the far side. Kept alive by the Cardinals on the forecheck. In the Hanover end of the ice. Backhander and a save by Drent. On the backhander taken by Jack Stone.
That was a tough one there behind the net, Ken. Puck was going left, right, all around, but JoJo able to make the stop, stop the clock, and get another face-off.
He's had now over 30 saves in this one. As Girton has kept the pressure on Drent here in this one, but JoJo has been equal to the task. And we're going to get a whistle.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was a boarding or a interference call. Kind of waiting to see what the
officials are talking it over right now. Projelski goes over for Hanover.
This could be huge right here, Ken.
In the box, Tyler Tisak. And it's going to be boarding.
Ooh, it's a 5-minute penalty here, boys.
Wow, 5 minute, a major penalty which will have to be served in its entirety. A 5-minute boarding penalty is the call on Tisak. What an opportunity here for the Marauders. Wrapped around the wall by Bishop Girton on it. Cheney, he's tripped up. He was tripped up right there. And no call. I think under other circumstances, that might have been called tripping.
Yeah, that's a tough one to take for the Marauders. This a big 5-on-3 would have been huge, but Still plenty of time on the 5-on-4.
Rochford moving in, broken up, kept alive. Now shot by Rochford, deflected into the corner. Taken by Griffin, back out to the line it goes. Projelski to Griffin, back to Projelski. Griffin cross-ice pass off the skate of Chanye. Now moving in Rochford for a drive and a blocker save there by Scaparrotti. Projelski's drive goes wide. And Hanover tracks it down in the neutral zone on the power play. Rochford gains the line. Shot one over the cage. Puck could not be cleared there. Now on it for Girton is Santos. Clears it the length of the ice. Drent out of the net. Tracking it down is Hall. Hall sends it into the Girton end of the ice, but on it there is Santos, who plays it right back down into the Hanover end. 3:20 remaining on the 5-minute major penalty assessed to Tyler Tisak of Bishop Girton. On it now is Santos. Played all the way down the length of the ice. Drent leaves it there for Sanders, who sends it around the wall. Sanders gets it back. On the forecheck, it's Valancourt for Bishop Girton. Now on it is Hall. Pass goes behind Richardson and now cleared by the Cardinals. Coming down to the midway mark of the 5-minute power play. And cleared again by the Cardinals. So far, the Marauders have not been able to get a sustained threat going here. Now over the line comes Cheney moving in. There's a quick shot that goes wide off the stick of Griffin. Kept in at the line by Projelski. Sends it left wing side for Griffin. Back to Projelski. Another penalty coming up. Quick shot goes wide. Hanover's going to have a 5-on-3 advantage. They have the extra attacker out there and an empty net on the delayed penalty here against Girton. Shot knocked down in front. Hanover maintains possession. Another shot goes wide. Kept alive by the Marauders. And finally, Bishop Girton touches the puck. But for 1 minute and 47 seconds, the Marauders will have a 5-on-3 skating advantage.
Braden, what do you think there? Should they have just touched the puck and had the 5-on-3 for the full 2 minutes?
That's what I was just going to say here, guys. I mean, I think Hanover should have gave the puck to BG.
And Hanover has called their timeout here, so we're going to have a little bit of time to discuss things for both the Cardinals and the Marauders here with 9:13 remaining. And I just felt like it was an eternity there, guys.
Yeah.
You're just killing time on this.
You love to get that extra attacker out there if you can on the delayed penalty, but sometimes it's best if you just maybe give it up and then have that extended time with the two-man advantage. So it's debatable.
And we've got a little injury here for one of the Marauders. It's Jake Rochford, who's done a great job getting some care from Sarah here, one of the wonderful trainers that has been a part of this tournament. She obviously was a part of the Trinity Pioneers during the season and, has continued into the postseason as well.
All right, out there, Rochford, Projelski, Griffin, Chaney, and Makovsky. 5-on-3 for the next minute 47. As the penalty assessed to Valancourt. 5-on-3. Projelski with it. Stop side of the left wing circle. Back up top it goes. Now Makovsky drops it off. Chaney. Back it goes. Makovsky, right circle, a drive. Oh, hit the post and a score! A score in front, and the Marauders have tied it up on a goal by Rochford.
Did not take long, just 21 seconds on the 5-on-3, and the Marauders have tied things up.
Time of the goal, 6:08 for Rochford. The equalizer in this one, and still a power play. It'll be 5-on-4 for the next minute 26. With Tisak in the box.
It looks like the refs are talking to Coach Dodds here, guys.
Yeah, it does.
As it looks like Hanover may be assessed a penalty.
Is it? I don't know, and they are. It was a.
I think it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, it will be excessive celebrating, I guess, by Rochford, which seems under this scenario kind of crazy to assess.
Now we're waiting for the scoreboard operator to give us the details as pandemonium has turned into paranoia. It looks like it's going to be a 4-on-4.
So, then that's the way it's going to be, 4-on-4 for the next minute 26, and then Girton will be on the power play. Saved by Drent! That one, hard shot off the stick of Trepanier. 4-on-4 hockey, so some extra skating room out there for these two teams. Santos with it, slowed down by Projelski. On it now is Rudd. 2-2 your score. Projelski, neutral zone. Plays it into the right wing corner. On it, Santos. Santos plays it ahead for Trepanier. Now, moving in is Murphy. Now, Santos in the corner. Santos still with it. Santos drops it off for Ferrari. Ferrari battling along the end wall. Down went Rudd along the end boards, but right back up. 4-on-4 for the next 13 seconds, and then Bishop Girton will be on the power play for a short time as Rudd sweeps it into the zone. Comes around the wall on the far side. Kept alive momentarily there by McNaughton. Played into the neutral zone. On it there is O'Hearn. Drops it off for Valancourt. Now, quick shot goes wide off the stick of Auger. Now, puck taken by Hanover and cleared. Hanover on the penalty kill right now, so no icing. Only 3 seconds remain on that Hanover penalty. 6:45 to go here, third period in the semifinal game, tied up at 2 apiece here at the JFK Coliseum in Manchester for the right to take on Concord Saturday. With it over the line, Valancourt, a drive, and JoJo Drent got a piece of that one. He has been outstanding. Forecheck here by BG, shot went wide in this 2-2 tie, and the puck cleared. Now giving chase is Fogg. Fogg trying to beat Minichi to the puck. Now kept alive by the Marauders. Fogg on it. And the puck goes out of play with under 6 minutes remaining here in regulation time.
Get your popcorn, because this is going to be a great final 6 minutes. Looking forward to see who will be playing in Saturday's championship game, but it feels like they're playing like for their own championship lives right now.
Play underway. Puck in the neutral zone. Projelski sends it ahead. Going back to track it down is Santos for BG. Speedy defenseman. Kept alive momentarily by Rudd, but collected now by DeBrucci. Now over the line. Hanover, but thrown off the near side wall by Rochford. Rochford had the equalizer here. That's 6:08 of the third period. Long drive goes into the left wing corner. Now over the line, Makovsky moving in for a drive. And a save made by Scaparrotti. Wow.
Braden, back and forth action here. What's your thoughts on this? You can feel the tension in the air.
I don't know, Kyle. This might top the Trinity Hanover game for the best game we've done so far this year.
5:15 remaining in the third period. Face-off to be taken by Griffin of Hanover. Off the draw, puck in the corner, sent around the wall by Girton. Kept in at the line by Hanover. Now play underway along the right wing wall. Girton zone. On it for BG is Valancourt, being pursued there by McNaughton. And taken down on the far side was Griffin. Girton up with the puck, broken up by McNaughton. Now on the far side with it is Griffin. And now the puck in the neutral zone. Here come the Cardinals in front, broken up on a great back check there. And now a score in front by the Cardinals, who have taken a 3-2 lead. And a goal by Stone. So the Cardinals have regained the lead. Stone will get the goal at 10:39 of the period. Still lots of time left in this one. Now Rudd sends it ahead. And now some rough stuff going on here in the Half Moon area, involving Ferrari and Brzezelski, but nothing really came of it. Girton now with the puck. Santos has it. Over the line it goes, knocked away from DeBrucci. Now sent into the Girton zone by Carroll. Carroll moving in front, shot, score! Ryan Carroll! Ryan Carroll going top shelf to tie it up. Ryan Carroll with the goal.
And this is why we love hockey so much. Back and forth, both teams taking control here in this third period. And we're now tied up at 3-3. And, well, time will tell what's going to come next here, Ken.
Who knows? Maybe another 4 overtime game.
I'm not ready for that, Ken.
3-3 your score.
Braden, this is a first. Both of them got kicked out of the faceoff
Wow.
circle.
Wow, I've never seen anything like that before, Kyle.
Off the draw. Puck swept in by the Cardinals. What a game this has been. Puck wrapped around the wall, kept alive by the Cardinals. Now on it far side is Rochford. Stolen away on the forecheck by Stone. A save now made by Drent. Kept alive by the Cardinals at the line. Long drive goes wide. Hanover trying to get the puck out of their own zone. Rochford has it. Kept alive by the Cardinals, and the shot knocked away by Drent. With it behind the net is Hall. Puck goes all the way down the length of the ice. Icing against the Marauders. And we'll face it off in the Hanover zone with 2:48 remaining.
Full sail changes for both teams. I got to give the benefit to Bishop Girton right now. They have a bigger bench and they played one less game. So we'll see what happens if that's a big change here.
Face off in the right wing circle. Hanover zone. 2:48 left in period number 3. Now wrapped around behind the wall by Richardson. Now Donegan, who sent it into the neutral zone. Played ahead by Hanover. But Girton gets it right back. Shot, kick save made by Drent off the stick of Ferrari. As they battle along the left wing wall. Now puck skated away. Played into the neutral zone. McNaughton sends it in. They battle for the puck. Now squirts free. Hanover on it. Off the stick of Projelski. Now behind the net. Ferrari has it. Plays it along the near side wall. Wrapped around the boards on the far side in the Cardinal end of the ice. Kept it at the line by Projelski. Projelski kept it in, but now Girton with the numbers over the line. Pass in the middle, puck loose. Goal line extended. A member of the Marauders is down and slow to get up. Rochford stumbling. And a score. A score for Bishop Girton with Rochford in obvious pain on the ice. I think there was a degree of distraction involved in terms of Hanover's attention. And Bishop Girton able to score a go-ahead goal here with just 1:20 remaining in the period. Well, time of the goal will be 13:40. So now, 1-goal game. Girton up by a score of 4-3. We'll have to keep our eyes now on JoJo Drent.
Bishop Girton calls a timeout, and boy, stress is back here, Braden.
Yeah, I would say so, Kyle. Obviously, like Ken just said, we got to keep our eyes on Drent here to see when Coach Dick Dodds will pull Drent. But this is it for Hanover. If they want to make a championship appearance, it's all gas, no brakes here.
Do you think there could have been some distraction on the part of the Hanover team when they saw their teammate down on the ice and in obvious pain?
Yeah, I would say so,
I think
Ken.
they lost a little bit of focus there.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I don't think the refs are allowed to blow the play dead until
Right.
Hanover touches the puck. So I think that was definitely a thought when that goal went in, but unfortunately there's nothing you can do there if you're Hanover.
1:20 to go. As the Hall of Fame coaches discuss strategy with their respective teams. Dick Dodds off to our left with over 600 wins in his career. And Gary Bishop off to our right, approaching the 500 mark. All right. Kozelski will take the faceoff. Drent will probably play it around the hash marks and see who wins the faceoff. It's won by Hanover, but Girton takes over right away. Shot and a save by Drent. So it's a good thing he didn't head to the box after the faceoff, head to the bench after the faceoff win.
Braden, that looked like a tough one where he didn't really know where it was. He just kind of stayed strong, hoping that the puck wouldn't pop out there.
Yeah, those low blocker shots are always tough to stop, Kyle.
Now, Puck down deep in the Girton zone. Icing the call against the Marauders now with 1:06 to go. A trip to the championship game on the line here at the JFK Coliseum in Manchester. Face off in the left wing circle. Off the draw, puck loose. Again, Girton will try to keep that puck as much as they can on the Hanover end and not allow Hanover to get an extra attacker on the ice, which they would love to get at some point here. Now planned away, thrown right back into the Hanover end of the ice. Taking precious time off the clock here. Girton with a 1-goal lead. Is this going to be icing? No, icing waved off. And heading to the bench is Drent, sixth attacker on the ice. As Richardson came onto the ice, save made there by Scaparrotti. As they battle for the puck in the Girton zone. Now shot all the way down the length of the ice. And icing will be the call against the Cardinals. But now with only 17 seconds remaining, face-off inside the Girton zone. 6 attackers on for Hanover. As Griffin comes back on the ice.
Crystal Parent says he's got to come back out here. He was.
Donegan skates back now. Oh, face-off will be taken by Makovsky. Probably trying to drop back to Projelski, if he possibly can. Off the face-off, won by Girton. Santos on it, and now giving chase is Rudd. Rudd on it in his own zone with 6 seconds remaining. Knocked down by the Cardinals in the neutral zone, and Bishop Girton wins it 4-3. Terrific effort by the Marauders in this one, as they were the 10th seed in this tournament and won their first round game over Londonderry, the quarterfinal game over Trinity, but came up just short here at the JFK Coliseum in this semifinal matchup. So what we will see in the championship game will be a rematch of last year's 4 overtime classic, which was won by Concord.
Ken, get your tea ready. Hopefully it's not the same exact game like last year, but I got to give lots of love to this Hanover, team. Able to come down here, 2 upset victories, came back from 2 goals down and a goal down. Jojo having a few words with the official here after the fact, and boy, a great season, and not much more you can say. A tough defeat. Braden, I mean, you got to see these guys as well. It's been special to see what Hanover's been able to do. Yeah,
I got to give credit to the Hanover Marauders there, Kyle. They've definitely exceeded my expectations this year with almost missing the playoffs, coming in as the 10th seed, barely making it. I'm pretty sure they had more losses than wins this year, and really just kind of blowing the socks off everybody here at the JFK over this past week. And yeah, you guys had a great season. There's nothing to hang your heads about.
Not at all. Not at all. And you're right. They did finish the regular season at 9-10 and came into the postseason under 500. And as you mentioned, the victories over Londonderry and over Trinity, but coming up just short in this one. And no lack of effort. They played an outstanding game, and just beaten by a tough team from BG, a seasoned team from the Cardinals. And the championship matchup this year will be the same as it was last year. Concord and Bishop Girton on Saturday at SNHU Arena in Manchester.
Well, we do want to thank Les Drent and the Hanover community for listening to us, watching us, as we've done our best to give you the best hockey playoff coverage that we can. And Ken, your season will continue here as you make your way about a half mile to the west here to the SNHU Arena for Saturday's championship game, time to be announced in due time. But for Braden LeBelzik and Ken Kale, my name is Ben Kyle Heavey. It's been a pleasure to be with you on this Wednesday night. Happy 3-11 day, and we'll look forward to seeing who will be the Division I champion come Saturday. Thank you all so much for watching, and we look forward to being a part of more hockey coverage in due time.